Ayan, so good day. My name is Casey Andrea L. Granada of STEM 11EX, and here we're going to explain the process of light and dark reaction in photosynthesis. So, before we start, let's study these terms, which is yung light reaction. So, what is light reaction? Light reaction is a separation technique used to identify various components of mixtures based on the differences in the structure and or the composition. So, light reaction is the first stage of photosynthesis, kung saan yung solar energy is convert into a chemical energy in the form of ATP and NADPH. So, we have four types of light reaction. Light absorption in PS2, ATP synthesis, light absorption in PS1, and yung NADPH formation. So, yung ATP is yung adenosine triphosphate, and yung NADPH or the nicotinamide adenosine dinucleotide phosphate hydrogen. Ayan. So, next is yung we have two different electron flows, yung cyclic and the non-cyclic. So, cyclic is yung where the electrons got expelled sa photosystem and sila yung mga nagre-return doon sa system para sa mag-form ulit ng panibagong process. So, yung mga pinoproduce and tinatransport lang nila is yung mga ATP energy. And sa non-cyclic naman, ito yung mga electrons na na-expel sa photosystems and hindi na sila bumabalik sa systems. And yung kanilang mga tinatransport and pinoproduce lang is yung sa ADP and yung NADPH. Next naman is yung autotrophic organisms, which is yung ginagamit nilang pigments is yung chlorophyll pigments. Sila yung mga nag-harvest ng solar energy from the sunlight to produce stored energy as chemical bonds as the ATP and carbohydrates. So, photosynthesis. So, what is photosynthesis? So, photosynthesis comes from the Greek word phos and synthesis. So, yung phos is meaning niya is yung light and synthesis naman is yung to build. So, photosynthesis is the process in plants which is transport light energy into a chemical energy. So, sila yung mga nagme-metabolize ng mga energy. And we all know that plants has the capability to manufacture its own food. And photosynthesis have three essential process. And ito yon. Energy absorption from the sunlight via pigments during light-dependent reaction and reactivation of reaction center and carbohydrates production by carbon fixation during dark reaction. So, sa chemical reaction in photosynthesis is meron tayong process. So, meron tayo solar energy and then carbon dioxide or yung 6CO sub 2 and then yung water or yung 6H sub 2O. And then yung solar energy carbon dioxide plus yung water is magpupunta siya sa process ng photosynthesis and then hanggang ma-absorb and ma-convert niya ito into glucose and oxygen. So, para mas mapalawak natin yung explanation is explain natin yung general process ng light energy and dark energy in photosynthesis. Ayan, so yung photosynthesis takes in two distinct stages. Ito yung light reaction and then yung dark reaction. So yung light reaction, energy from the sunlight drives the synthesis ATP and NADPH. So ito yung formation ng CrO2 from H2O. So yung dark reaction naman is yung do not require energy because it's the process to take place. So, yung light reaction or yung light dependent reaction is nagre-require siya ng energy. And then yung dark reaction naman or yung light independent reaction, siya naman yung hindi nagre-require ng energy. Ayan, so yung i-explain naman natin is kung paano talaga yung general process ng reaction, light and dark reaction. So yun na nga, so yung light na comes from the sunlight is i-absorb siya ng chlorophyll na nandoon sa ating thylakoid membrane. And then habang ina-absorb ng chlorophyll yung light or yung photon, light energy or yung photon, is i-convert naman ito into a chemical energy or yung ATP or NADPH. So yun na nga, from the dark reaction na yon, yung ATP or NADPH na chemical na yon is yun gagamitin natin to convert carbon dioxide and glucose to form sugar. And then, yung sugar na yun or yung glucose is the major source of energy. So, natapos na natin yung formation ng sugar or yung glucose. So, syempre, mababawasan o mababalan yung NADPH and yung ATP. So, magiging NADP plus NADP na lang siya. So, para bumalik siya, so, kukuha muna siya ulit ng light from the sunlight and then magkakaroon ulit ng reaction. Dadagdagan to ng water and then magkakams siya ng formation to produce oxygen. Sa light-dependent reaction or yung tinatawag na light reaction is meron siyang 4 types of light reaction. Yun nga yung live absorption in PS2, ATP synthesis, and the light absorption in PS1 and NADPH formation. And then sa Calvin cycle naman, ito naman yung tinatawag nating light independent reaction or the dark reaction. And it takes place in the stroma of the chloroplast. Doon siya makikita. And then, it is the second stage of photosynthesis. Calvin cycle has 3 phase of cycle. And ito yung carbon fixation, reduction, and the regeneration of rho BP.